anyways, going off of that,
Mm-hmm.
great friend group. That's what bred this idea of starting a podcast. It's something that's obviously up and coming. I mean, I don't even know if I want to say it's up and coming, but it's something that personally, when we all landscaped together at one point, we would pop some podcasts in. It's always been around us,
Mm.
and we already have these conversations with each other about growth, improvement, um,
Just ideas in general.
ideas. Sometimes even it's just shooting the shit, but
Mm-hmm.
that's how the idea of this podcast came about, was to do this in a live setting, force yourself to be present in that moment. At least, for me, that was a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if we can get some people to relate to some of the things that we talk about.
Totally. Yeah, I think that's a big one, Ben, is I think what we can offer to people and bring to the table is a nice, like a refreshing, unique perspective for some young 20-year-olds. I mean, I'm 23, Ben's 24. So, I think a lot of the time we're talking about ideas and personal development and self-improvement, just trying to be better and grow in a bunch of different ways. And it might be refreshing for people to hear us talk about that shit. So I think that's a big driving force behind the Thought Brewery itself. Is it could be refreshing for people to just hear young 20-year-olds that aren't obsessed with like send culture and drinking and all that stuff. Like we like to read and work on our physical bodies and emotional, mental bodies, spiritual, like all this stuff is, I think, some stuff we're going to talk about on the podcast. And to be honest, dude, I never had this vision of being like on YouTube or a podcaster specifically. I just think it's a beautiful format to have drawn out conversations that aren't just small talk in the kitchen or something, or like office talk, like where you're just talking to a coworker about whatever. It's like you get to sit down and for, I don't know, an hour, whatever we're going to do these for, we just get to talk to each other,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think it's a great format to have a conversation in. And if we can throw it out into the universe and some people vibe with it or like to listen to us, that's great. That's amazing, that people would want to hear us talk about certain things. So yeah, the Thought Brewery, it came out of nowhere, to be honest, dude. Like this whole setting, like it originated from Talented Inc., right?
Yeah.
And it morphed and changed from there. So yeah, now we're fucking doing it.